Hi everyone, welcome back to Saheb Academy. Today in this video we're going to start this new chapter of company accounts. As you can see over here, issue of shares. It's a very simple and easy chapter. We are going to discuss each and everything from the very basics, and then gradually we'll move on to the advanced level. We will take two videos, first the conceptual video, and then the second video will be for the accounting treatment, the journal entries in a very detailed manner, and then we will move on to the problems. Okay, now this playlist which we are starting right now, it's for class 12 students, BCom students, BBA, and then CA foundation as well. Okay, so let's begin. Let's first understand the concept of this chapter. Now see, here we have the concept of issue of shares. It's really simple and straightforward, and we have illustrated over here in a beautiful example. Let's understand this. Let's just say there is this company called as ABC Limited, and this company is in need of funds. It wants money, and it doesn't want to go to a bank and get a bank loan and then pay high rate of interest. No, this company has decided to do public issue, initial public offer, IPO. It decided to issue equity shares to the public and get the funds. That's what this company has decided. Now you will ask me, what do you mean by equity shares? Equity shares means they represent the ownership of the company. Let's just say, for example, you have 5% shares of this company, then you are 5% owner of this company, not the complete owner. You have only 5% shares of this company. No, you are 5% owner of this company. Like that. That's what equity shares are, right? It makes you the owner of the company. All right. So company is basically selling its ownership to the public. Yes, absolutely correct. That's what is happening, right? How many shares the company is selling? 1 lakh shares are being issued. At what price it is selling? At rupees 10. So the price at which company sells its shares, issues its shares, is called as what? Issue price, IP, issue price. And then the original value of the share which is there in the accounting books, that's called as face value, FV. In this case, both are same only, 10. Okay, fine. So if we multiply these two figures, number of shares and then the issue price, what do we get? We get the total amount, that is 10 lakh, that we are raising from the public, we are getting from the public. Okay, so public is their ordinary people who have got to know about this issue in the media, in the newspaper, everywhere, right? And they decided to subscribe to this issue. They decided to purchase these shares and become the owners of this company, right? You know, let's just say 2000 people decided to purchase the shares, and company got the money. How much? 10 lakh, isn't it? 1 lakh into 10, that's 10 lakh. Company got the money, and these people, ordinary people who subscribed to this issue, they became shareholders. They are the holder of the share now, so they are the owners of the company. Yeah, that's what it means. They are now owners. Now you will wonder what these people will get in return. Who? The shareholders. What they will get in return? They are the owners, so they have a say in what will happen in the company, right? So they will have a voting rights to vote in the key matters of the company, right? They will have a voting right. One share will have one voting right. Then they will also get money, right? The companies, they distribute the profits as dividend. Like if you invest in any property, real estate, what do you get? You get rental income. Yeah, and if you invest in fixed deposit, what do you get from the bank? You get interest, isn't it? Similarly here, the people have invested, isn't it? They have purchased the shares, they have the share, they have become the owners, they have given the money, so they should get a return. No, what is that return? That return is called as dividend. Yeah, a portion of the profits that company earns in the future, that's what they will get. Fine, simple. Portion of profit distributed by company in cash, and it is not fixed. Okay, it is not fixed. If the company wants to give the dividend, it will give the dividend, otherwise it will not give the dividend, right? It depends upon the profits and dividend policy of the company. But that's what happened. You get a dividend when you invest in shares. Okay, Then there is capital appreciation. Capital appreciation means the value of shares in the market will go up. Yeah, market value can go up and you can sell your shares in the open market, in the stock exchange, for profit. Is that clear? Yeah, capital appreciation can happen, or it may go down also. That can also happen. Is that clear? So that's the main things that the shareholder gets in return. Fine. Now let's understand what do we mean by share capital. It's really simple. Understand, in a company what happens, there is not a single owner, right? As I told you, there are so many different number of owners, right? For example, let's just say you started this company, let's just say 10 years back, as a small business. So that's a sole proprietorship, single owner business, 100% owned by you. Yes, and it's called owner's capital, whatever you have invested in it. You can't grow this, expand this beyond a certain point because you don't have money. Yeah, you don't have money. You have only limited amount of money and limited expertise. So what do? You can get it converted into a partnership firm. Yes, okay, you have, partnership firm, you are making revenues, profits and everything. Now here also the same case. You can't grow beyond a certain point, right? Your revenues will get stuck at a point. So then if you want to make it big, then you have to get your firm, partnership firm, incorporated, get it converted into a private company. Because when you get it into private company, then what you can do, you can raise funding from investors. You can go to Shark Tank, you can ask them, invest in our company, we will give you shares of our company. Yeah, that's what happens. No, you will not get money just like that. You have to give them ownership to the sharks, to the investors. Yes, so here as you can see, we have a grid now. Why do we have a grid now? What does each of these boxes represent? Each of these boxes represent a share, a part of the capital, a single unit of the capital, and each of them are uniform and equal. Understand, it is like that. Okay, the capital of a company is divided into small equal parts which are uniform, and that is called as shares, and those shares represent ownership in the company. Is that clear? Yes. So then what will happen? Then let's just say you want to grow it even further, then you will make an IPO, initial public offer. What Swiggy, Zomato did, right? They did initial public offer. What Ola did, right? So then they became public company. They raise finance funds from the public. So they have become even bigger. Is that clear? That's what happens. That's what we are learning. Fine. So in this share capital, you have to understand there is not a single owner. There are so many owners. As you can see boxes over here, each box is a share, a part of capital. That's the literal meaning of share, no? Share means a part of something, right? Here in this context, share will be a part of capital, and share represents ownership in the company. Yeah, I told you in the beginning only the meaning of equity share. It represents ownership in the company. Fine. In this example here we have 1 lakh shares, so 1 lakh boxes are there, and then the value of each box is how much? Rupees 10. That is called as the face value, and then issue price is also rupees 10 in this example. Is that clear? So 10 lakh amount is there. Yeah, the capital of a company is called as share capital. Fine. See here the definition. Capital of a company is divided into number of small equal parts called as shares, and they are of fixed amounts. Okay, now that fixed amount is the face value. See here, the fixed amount is the face value. Now what is face value? It is the original value of shares which is set by the company. It is constant. It is not a market value. Market value is different. Okay, market value is demand and supply. This is not demand and supply. This is the book value of the shares which will be there in the accounting books. Fine. Also called as nominal value or par value. It can be from rupees 1 to multiple of rupees 1, like 2 rupees, 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 100 rupees, 50 rupees, 15 rupees. It can be anything. It just can't be in fractions. It can't be in decimals. Okay, fine. Dividend is always calculated on face value. So face value is very important, okay, from the accounting perspective. So dividend is also calculated on face value. Dividend which is distributed by the company, whatever profits the company earns, a portion of that will be given to shareholders. Now the calculation of that in accounting, we do that on the face value of the shares. Fine. So face value you understood. Okay. Then there is something called as market value. Market value you all know. The price at which the share is currently trading in the market. Now if you want to purchase the shares of any company which is there in stock exchange, then the price will be there. Yeah, if you want to purchase Zomato shares, whatever price is currently trading in the market, at that price only you have to purchase. Is that clear? It is always fluctuating because of demand and supply and many other factors. All right. So that's what this is. Now let's understand methods to issue shares. And what are the different methods that are available as a company to issue shares? It's really simple. The first is public issue. Public issue means as a company, we are going to go to the public and ask for money. Please invest in our company. We are going to give you shares. You will become our shareholder, right? That's what is public issue is. And if you do this for the first time, you call this as initial public offer. And thereafter, if you do this, we call this as further public offer, FPO, or you can also say follow on public offer. Is that clear? Simple and straightforward. Then the second way is private placement. Private placement means the company will directly go to selected few investors. It can be a venture capitalist, yeah, your relative who has lots of money, or your friends. You will just pitch to them, and then if they are interested, they will invest in your company. You will give them shares, right? That's what private placement is. For example, Shark Tank. Yeah, you must have seen Shark Tank, no? What happens in Shark Tank? The promoters, they come over there, they pitch, and then, sharks, they invest in their company. Then as an accountant of their company, what we have to do? We have to do the treatment of issue of shares. The shares are being issued to the sharks, right? That's the thing. Okay, private placement also you understood. Okay, privately the shares are being issued, right? Then we have rights issue. In rights issue, what happens? Here the company issues shares to the existing shareholders of the company. Okay, there will be a ratio decided. Based on that, existing shareholders will have a right to subscribe to the shares of the company at a price below the market price. Okay, and then there is bonus issue. Bonus issue means what? The shares will be given to same existing shareholders only, but without any consideration. Here the company will not get any money. It's kind of like free shares to the existing shareholders. Okay, but if you want to understand more about this rights issue and bonus issue, there is a separate chapter I have made. Separate playlist is there. You can watch that playlist. Okay, all right, fine. So that's all about methods to issue shares. Now let's understand about issue price. Now see, here we have the concept of issue price, which we also call as IP. It's really simple. In the beginning only I told you about this. When company issues the shares, it issues them at a specified price. That price is known as issue price. Simple as that. In this example, 1 lakh shares we issued. At what price did we issue? 10 rupees. So 10 rupees is the issue price. 1 lakh into 10, 10 lakh money we got. Is that clear? Face value is different. Face value means it's the original value that we set in the beginning when we start the company. It's for the accounting purpose, right? We are not going to get money based on the face value. No, we are going to get the money based on the issue price. Is that clear? Yes. So see here, company issues its shares at a specified price, which is called as issue price. Simple. For example, you can see the Swiggy IPO. You know what's the face value of Swiggy company? Their share face value is 1 rupee, okay, which they said when they started the company. Then when they went for IPO in 2024, do you know what's the issue price? Their issue price was 390 rupees. Now you will be surprised. 390 rupees, such a big number compared to face value. Yes, such a big number. Now you have to understand. Let me ask you one question. Let's just say you have started one company, small startup, in your college days with 4 of your friends, right? You 5 guys have started this company, and after 7-8 years you have grown this company so much, okay, so much profits you have made, year on year growth has happened, and still there is huge growth potential. So tell me, After 7 years, yeah, will you sell your shares of your company, one share, let's just say at 10 rupee or 1 rupee? Will you sell at face value? Of course not. Face value is just for accounting purpose. When you started the company, when you incorporated the company, you set that value. But will you sell your shares at that price to the public when you're doing IPO? No. You will sell what's the value of your company at that time, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, you have done so much efforts. There is value behind all this. No. So yes, so that is why the issue price of your company also maybe will be 500, 400, 1000. Yeah, that's what it is. Issue price will always be more than the face value in 99% of the cases. All right, understood. We understood the logic of this 390. Yeah, why Swiggy has issued their shares at 390? How much extra? 389 rupees extra, isn't it? So that extra 389 is called what? It is called premium. Is that clear? Okay, understood. Now I have to tell you that when the shares are issued, there can be three different cases. Okay, the first is shares have been issued at par. Shares have been issued at par means that issue price is equal to face value. See, issue price is also 10 rupees, face value also 10 rupees. Both are same, no? Like our first example, here also issue price and face value were same. So this is issued at par. Okay, then there is another case like this one where the shares have been issued at premium. See, for example, face value of the company is 10 rupee and we have issued the shares at 18 rupees. We have sold the shares at 18 rupees. So how much extra we have got? We have got 8 rupees extra. This 8 rupees is called premium, extra money. Is it clear? So here in this case, if we compare face value and issue price, I told you know how much extra? 389 rupees extra. Okay, simple. 99% of the time, this is what will happen in practical life, right? And then there is the third case, which is not allowed. Now this case is what? Face value is 10, but the issue price is less than that, 9 rupee. This is not allowed as per section 53 of the Companies Act. You cannot issue the shares at discount, not allowed, except sweat equity shares. Now you'll ask me, what is sweat equity shares? What are these? Sweat equity shares means the shares that have been issued to employees and directors of the company, right, at a discount. That is allowed. Okay, that is allowed. It is different thing. Simple and straightforward. I think you have understood this, right? Now let's move on and understand how IPO can be done by two different ways, which is very important. Okay, theoretically also it's very important. Let's just understand that. Now see here, as a company we have two different approaches to do the IPO of our company, initial public offer. We want to issue our shares to the public, right? So to do that we have two approaches. First is fixed price method. In fixed price method, what happens is, as the name suggests itself, the issue price will be fixed by ourselves in the beginning only. Okay, we will fix the issue price. The public will get to know that and they will decide whether to invest or not. Okay, simple. In book building method, which is the most practical approach, here the issue price will not be fixed by us. We will not fix the issue price. We will come, yeah, by we I mean the company will come up with two prices, that's called minimum price and maximum price. Let's just say, for example, 450 and 500. Yeah, minimum, maximum. And then in between, what do we have? We have a range, a band of how much now over here in this example? 50 rupees. So now the people, the public will have the discretion to do the bidding over here. Some people will say, I want 200 shares at 450. I want 300 shares at 500. I want 600 shares at 480. Like that, people will keep on placing the bids. So based on this bidding process, at last we will come up with what? A cutoff price, which will ultimately become issue price. Is that clear? This is how the issue price will be determined by this bidding process. Yeah, that's what happens in this book building method. This is more market based approach. Yeah, that's the advantage of this, and this is what is practically used right now in real life. Yeah, fixed price method is history. It used to be there, now it is not so much popular. Fine. And you have to understand, in book building method currently what happens, all the money is received in the beginning only. See, normally all money is collected on lump sum basis. Lump sum means all at once. Okay, in fixed price method, Previously what used to happen was money used to be collected in installments, and that's what we have to study. Always remember, whenever you want to study any topic and everything, you have to study first its history, then only you will understand everything what is happening in present life. Okay, yes, so our main focus would be on this only. Money can be collected in installments. In stages the money will be collected from shareholders, not all at once, right? But you may have question of lump sum also, all at once also. It's simple. So see here, in fixed price method what used to happen, money can be collected either in lump sum, all at once also, or in installments. So see here, how does that happen? See, issue price is 10. Let's just say we are getting this 10 rupees per share in stages, part by part, in installments. First 3 rupees on application, then 1 rupee on allotment, then 2 rupees on first call, then 4 on final call. So what is this? See, on application means, see, you have issued the shares, right? You are inviting people to subscribe to your shares, the public. So public, they have to, send their application to us. So that's why we call it on application. And then when we finally accept their application, we say we have allotted the shares to you. So that's why it's called on allotment. So these are stages, okay? And then after that, we will make a call. First call, please pay your money. Then final call, please pay your money, like that, right? So these names are given on based of that, right? So in stages we will receive, and this is what mainly we will study, okay? We will see more about this, but you understood, right, how IPO can be done by two approaches: fixed price method and book building method. Really simple. And then you also understood that money will come in installments, and that's what we are going to focus on. But if it is coming all at once in lump sum basis, then what do we say? We say application and allotment. We have received all money on application and allotment. We have got the application from the public and immediately we have allotted also. Is that clear? Simple. Now one more interesting thing I want to tell you, basic funda of face value and premium. We understood, no, issue can happen at premium, isn't it? Yeah. So that 8 rupees extra was there over here, isn't it? What happens to that 8 rupees extra? Right now only I want to cement in your mind. I want to make it fixed in your mind. See here, basic funda of face value and premium. Let's just say we have issued 1 lakh shares. Okay, 1 lakh shares we have issued. At what issue price? 18 rupees. Issue price is 18 rupees. Let's just say the face value is rupees 10. So how much money are we going to get? Are we going to get 10 lakh? No, we are going to get 18 lakhs. Always remember, money follows the issue price only. Money plays its game on issue price. So 18 lakh money we are going to get. Now you have to understand, out of this 18 lakh, 10 lakh is our capital. 10 lakh is our capital. Remaining 8 lakh is not our capital. That 8 lakh is called as premium, extra money we have received. Okay, so you have to bifurcate this always. Face value is 10. So 10 lakh will go to equity share capital account because that's your capital truly. But the extra amount you have received, that extra is called as premium, which will go to a special reserve called as securities premium account. Which account? Securities premium account. Okay, cement this in your mind. Always extra money is called as premium. It will go to securities premium account. How much extra? 8. See, 1 lakh into 8, that's 8 lakh. Is it clear? Simple and straightforward. Okay. So that's what I wanted to tell you right now only. In the next video also this will be helpful. Face value will always go to share capital account. Premium will always go to securities premium account. This you understood completely, no? Let's just move on to the steps, right? The process. Now see here we have the process, the steps that will take place when we are issuing the shares to the public for cash. So the first thing as a company we are going to do is we are going to issue prospectus. Prospectus means what? Just a document. In that document we will mention everything about the company. What are the financials of the company? What is our aim? What is our vision? What is our growth? What is the growth prospect? Everything will be mentioned in that, and we will advertise it everywhere so that people can come to know about our company, about our IPO, that we are issuing shares to the public. Yes. So basically in this document we are saying, please people invest in our company, give us money, we are going to give you shares, right? So that's what will happen. Then people will be ready to invest in our company. See, people are saying we want to invest. Here's our applications. So they will send us applications along with the application money. The same example I have taken. See this one, the installments one. money is coming in stages, in installment. So let's just say there is one shareholder who wants to buy 100 shares of our company. So he has applied for 100 shares. He says in his form, I want 100 shares and here is my application money. What is application money? See, we have said in prospectus, our issue price is 10 rupees, right? We have said this in prospectus, and we have said on application you have to pay 3 rupees. What does that mean? He wants to purchase 100 shares. 100 shares into 3 rupees, that is 300. So 300 application money he has given us. Do you understand this? This is what happens. Okay, in stages we will receive the money. So we are receiving the application money. Okay, we have got so many like this application from so many investors, right, from the public. Then what will happen? Then we are going to allot the shares. The allotment stage, allotment of shares. Our board of directors, they will allot the shares. So see here, okay, we have allotted the shares to you, pay the allotment money due. We have allotted the shares, pay the allotment money. Now what is this allotment money? See, allotment stage. We have written in our prospectus 1 rupee you have to pay on allotment. So allotment stage has come. 100 shares he has applied, no, into 1 rupee. So that is what? 100 rupees. 100 into 100 rupees. So 100 rupees he will pay of allotment received from shareholders. So like this he will receive from all the shareholders. Now allotment is completed means they have become our shareholders. Previously they were public only, public, but now they have become our shareholders because they have been allotted the shares. Is it clear? Okay. Then comes the stage of calls on shares. Calls on shares means what? We are calling the shareholders to pay the balance money. We are calling the shareholders to pay the balance money. So this can be divided into 2 or 3 or just one stage also. There can only be first and final call, or first call, second call can also be there, and then third and final call can also be there. It's just that the last stage will be called as final call. Okay, third and final call, second and final call, like that. Is that clear? So calls and share means, see here, company is calling the shareholders, see shareholders, first call money is due, please pay us the first call money. So that shareholder, 100 shares he applied, no, so 100 into 2 rupees, so that's equal to 200 money will be received from him. Then final call will come after some time. So during final call we'll call that shareholder, see shareholder, pay the final call money due. 100 shares into 4, that's 400, so 400 money will come from him. Then the share will become fully paid up. All the money has been received in stages. Is that clear? All the money has been received in stages. But let's just say, for example, we are not doing installment basis, we are doing lump sum basis. If we are doing lump sum basis, then understand what happens in real life right now is here only all money is received at this application stage only. All money is received and then only shares are allotted. So in that case, what will happen? What we will say? We will not say first call, final call, not stages like this. All 10 rupees is coming with the application only and the shares are being allotted. So what we will say? We will say 10 rupees has been received on application and allotment. Do you understand this? Here only entire money is received. That can also happen. There are no such stages. Is that clear? So you understood how the IPO happens. Yeah, the steps you understood, right? Simple and straightforward. Now let's just move on to the two different types of shares. Okay. Now let's understand the two different type of shares that are there in the company. The first is equity shares, yeah, which we have been talking about since beginning of this video, which are the main shares of the company. They represent real ownership in the company. Whereas preference shares are something else. Preference shares are the shares which have a preference. Yeah, they have a priority over equity shares. What priority? Priority in payment of dividend. For example, let's just say the company wants to give dividend in any year. First, the company will give dividend to preference shareholders, then dividend will be given to equity shareholders. Okay. And if the company is making losses and it is being wound up, it is being closed, yeah, it is going into liquidation, at that time capital is being paid back to shareholders. At that time also capital will be paid first to preference shareholders. Okay, their capital will be paid back first, then the chance of equity shareholders will come. Is that clear? So these shares have a priority over equity shares. Fine. Equity shares have no such priority. They come on second priority. Okay, right. And then the next thing you have to understand, there is fixed rate of dividend. If you see preference shares written anywhere, you will see there is a rate along with that. Yeah, 10% preference shares, 7% preference shares, 8% preference shares. What is that rate? that rate is the fixed rate of dividend. They will get fixed rate of dividend, okay? But in equity shares, there is no such thing, no fixed rate of dividend. It can be low, it can be high, depending upon the profits that are there in the company in that particular year and the dividend policy. Fine, okay. And then see here, no right to take part in management. Yes, preference shareholders are not the real owners of the company. They do not have voting rights in all circumstances. Okay, so that is why they will not be able to influence the decisions of the management. But whereas equity shareholders, you know, these are real owners of the company, so they have voting rights in all circumstances and they will influence the management of the company. Is that clear? Simple. Then redeemability. See here, preference shares are redeemable, which means their capital will be given back to them. It will be repaid after certain period. It will be mentioned exactly when you buy the preference shares. It will be mentioned, you know, after 10 years you will get your money back. So it is redeemable. Whereas in equity shares, there is no such thing. There is no redeemability in equity shares. The company may buy back the shares. That is different thing. Okay, fine. So after knowing all these differences, you can understand clearly that in preference shares, there is lower risk compared to equity shares, but equity shares are the real owners of the company. They have the highest risk. Okay, these were the differences and the features of equity shares and preference shares. Really simple and straightforward. But understand one important thing, okay, there is no difference between the journal entries and all. Just the names are changing, that's all. The entire accounting treatment is same only. Is that clear? Okay. So now let's just move on to the kinds of share capital. Now see here we have kinds of share capital. Let's understand this. It's really simple. First one is authorized capital. Now authorized capital is not a capital only. It is just the maximum limit that we can issue as per company's memorandum of association. You all know what is MOA, right? We form the company with this main document, the main charter of the company, which has a capital clause which says exactly how much capital we can issue in the lifetime of a company, right? And how it is divided into how many number of shares and what's the face value. Okay, so if you want to issue more than this, then you will have to alter the memorandum of association later, right? Yes, so that's what authorized capital is. You have to show this in balance sheet. It is just the limit. What you actually issue, that is called as issued capital, right? Portion of authorized capital that has been offered by a company for subscription. In our first example, how many shares did we issue? 1 lakh shares. Maybe 10 lakh shares are there authorized in this company, in their MOA, right? Out of that, only 1 lakh shares have been issued. Is that clear? So that's what issued capital is. Yeah, issued capital is 10 lakh. Fine, simple. Then there is subscribed capital. Subscribed capital means the shares that have actually been subscribed by the people and they have been allotted, right? Subscribed and allotted. And then we have called up capital. Called up capital means, I told you what used to happen in India previously. We used to get the payment in form of installments, right? Not all money at once. So company has got application money, allotment money, and let's just say the company has not made first call and final call. They have not said shareholders pay us first call. No, that has not happened. So that means how much is called up? Only 4 rupees has been called up. So that is called up capital, part of the subscribed capital that has been called up by the company for payment. Fine. Then paid up capital. Paid up capital means how much is actually been paid of the called up by the shareholders. Part of the called up capital for which cash or other consideration has been received by the company. Is that clear? Then there is uncalled capital. Uncalled capital means part of the subscribed capital which has not been called up by the company for payment. So how much is not called up in our example? As I told you, first call and final call has not been called up. We have not called our shareholders and said pay us the money. No. So how much is uncalled capital? 4 plus 2, 6. 6 into the number of shares, right? So that's uncalled capital. Is that clear? Really simple. Then there is a reserve capital. Now reserve capital concept is not there. Okay. Nowadays reserve capital means it's the part of uncalled capital which you cannot call up unless and until the company goes for liquidation. But this concept is not popular right now. Mostly the shares will be fully paid up in the beginning only. Okay. So that's different kinds of share capital. It's just, you know, one share capital but different way of seeing the same thing. Okay. That's all. So let's just move on to the subscription now. Now see here we have the concept of full subscription, under subscription and over subscription. It's very simple. Let's understand this. Let's just say there is this company called as ABC Limited and its authorized capital is 1 crore. Okay. And it has been divided into 10 lakh shares of 10 rupees each. So that is 1 crore, right? So see here, authorized shares, 10 lakh shares. That's the maximum limit to issue as per the company's MOA. You all know this. Now out of this, how much we have issued? Let's just say we have issued 1 lakh shares. Then I will now give you 3 scenarios. So let's understand one by one. First scenario is, let's just say we issued 1 lakh shares and we got the applications for 1 lakh shares from public. So this is the case of full subscription. Our board of directors entirely allotted 1 lakh shares. Simple. Full subscription is easy. How much we offered, that much got subscribed. Easy, simple. Then the second scenario is, let's just say we issued 1 lakh shares, but we got applications for 95,000 shares, right? Less than what we have offered. So this is the case of under subscription, right? Board of directors still can allot the shares. 95,000 shares will be allotted to the public and they will become the shareholders. Fine, simple. But now let's just say this also didn't happen. Third scenario happened. What's third scenario? Third scenario is we issued 1 lakh shares. We got applications for 1,20,000 shares, more than what we have issued. Yeah, there is high demand in the market, yes, of our IPO. So now this is the case of over subscription. Applied is more than issued. So now can we allot all this 1,20,000 shares? No, we can't. Understand. If in my class there are 100 seats, I can only get 100 students, right? I can't get 200 students, isn't it? So that is why what will happen is, see, only 1 lakh shares will get allotted, but understand, on that 20,000 shares we have got money, no? Either application money or full amount has been paid. Yeah, so that money will be refunded of that 20,000 shares. Is it clear? Simple logic. Yes, or refunded, or there is one more option. That one more option is pro rata allotment. Now what is that pro rata allotment? We will see in coming videos. Don't worry. Okay, right now just understand this much: full subscription, under subscription, over subscription. Simple. But now in under subscription there is one condition you have to understand, okay, for allotment of the shares. See, as per SEBI, Securities Exchange Board of India, the minimum subscription should not be less than 90% of the issue. If company receives less than 90% of the issue, for example, let's just say we issued 1 lakh shares, but we got the applications for, let's just say, 89,000 shares, less than 90%, 89,000 shares. Yes, less than 90%, no. So then what can we do? Can we allot any shares for that 89,000? No. Entire money, whatever we have received on that 89,000 shares, will be completely refunded. No allotment. Completely refunded. See here, refund entire subscription back to its applicants. Is that clear? Simple and straightforward. And then see, application money restriction is there. See, section 39 of the Companies Act says that application money should be at least 5% of the face value. See here, I told you, money can come in stages. In application we are getting how much? 3 rupees. So this should be how much? At least 5% of the face value. Face value is, let's just say, 10 rupees. So it should be at least 0.5. That's what it means, right? SEBI also says something, that application money should be at least 25% of the issue price. Okay, issue price is 10. So it's saying it should be at least 25%, which is 2.5. So rupees 3 is okay or not? Is it satisfying these conditions? Yes, it is satisfying these conditions. So rupees 3 is okay. Is that clear? That's the restriction. Fine. So you understood this. Really simple and straightforward. So that's all for this video. I hope you have understood. Yeah, in the next video we will see the journal entries, the entire accounting treatment. That will be very interesting, right? See you in the next video. Bye bye.